What is going on, everybody? Hopefully, everybody's having a good day today, guys. It is time for the Fatal Frame 2 remake. Hopefully, you guys are excited for this. I know I am. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Yeah, what's going on outside? But yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm waiting for it to unpack right now. But yeah. Hang on one second. Okay, there it goes. Sorry. Had to mess with it a little bit because the unpacking was being goofy. But yeah, it says it's gonna be done in about 2.5 minutes, 2.5, 3 minutes. But I'm excited. I'm excited to play it. Honestly, there's not a whole lot that I want to talk about. I mean, like I said, whenever I was talking about this, a week ago or something, uh, whenever we were playing Fatal Frame, those were some good streams because it was um the first game I was pretty angry during a lot of it because the game just was kicking the shit out of me. Um and then like during the later games and stuff, uh there was a lot to read and do all that kind of stuff. So I was able to react to like things inside the game a lot more. It sometimes is a little hard to react to the games whenever they don't give you a whole lot to do or to react to. But yeah, I mean, the Fatal Frame games, like I never felt like they had that problem. So I'm excited to jump back in, and of course, I've also have a a long connection to the second game. I played it back in the day and all that kind of stuff. Um, I'm excited to see it be remade. Based on the trailers and everything, I am very hopeful in regards to it. I mean, it looks like they um, are keeping, excuse me, pretty faithful to what the original was trying to go for in terms of like aesthetic and all that kind of stuff. And there's no British VA this time, which is great. Looking at you, Remake. Looking at you. But yeah. I will have to set up some of the look at the trailer, but it's like it's just upscaled. Well, no, it's a lot more than upscaled. Upscaling is what I did to the original game whenever we played it on stream. Okay. But yeah, whenever we get in, I will have to, set up some stuff. Because obviously, like it just released 5 minutes ago. So I obviously have not had a chance to get into it and set everything up. I did switch my thing back to this, right? Yeah, okay. There's my controller. In case I need it, I do have the controller ready. I'll try playing with the mouse and keyboard, but considering the original games, you know, they were designed to be played on controller. Considering, was it all of them? Yeah, all of them were never released on PC. Um, they were all released on some console. Mostly the PS2, because the first 3 were on the PS2, and then the first 2 were on the Xbox as well. I think that it set my resolution wrong as well. So I'll have to fix that. It does have controller. It does have controller prompts on it. Not AK native. No, I think the game itself like is in the wrong. Yeah, it is. It's in 1080p right now. It set itself by default 1080p, which is fun. There we go. Now it's looking good on my screen. Okay. I will switch you guys over. Gonna set the audio in OBS to that for now. I'll have to figure out with the resolution scale, see if it'll let me run it at 100%. I doubt that the game is like, because I don't see any like options for ray tracing or anything like that. So I doubt that I'm gonna have too much trouble running the game, and it's locked at 60 FPS, which I probably will end up. You know, there's gonna be a mod out tomorrow on the Nexus for that. So I'll probably end up downloading it. Where is... Here we go. Okay. First mod is going to be gigantic boobs. It's either going to be that, or it's going to be there's like it's like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. There's 4 types of mods that are always the first, and it's always a race to see which one's the first. One of them is a performance fix mod. Another one is a reshade. The third one is gigantic boobs, and the fourth one is some sort of frame rate unlocker. We'll just keep it at stereo. Probably best to do narrow. Night is like, for those that aren't familiar with dynamic range, night like really shrinks the window of like the difference between loud and soft sounds. Narrow should be good for headphones though, and Twitch and YouTube. So yeah. The original, yeah, no, the original game did have a hard difficulty at the start. That's right. It was not called battle difficulty though.
Mayu, didn't we always promise each other that we would be together forever? Mayu? Mayu? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We used to play here all the time.
Yeah.
All of this will be gone soon.
How's your leg? Does it hurt?
A little. But I'm okay. Hey, Mio.
Yeah?
Never mind.
Come on, Mayu! Hurry! Wait! Mio, please! Don't leave me! Mayu, about what happened back then. Mayu? Mayu! Where are you going? Mayu, stop! Mayu! Mayu?
All right.
Mayu.
Okay, that's crouch. There's the I was like hesitant. I almost called it a sprint, but it's not really. Just like the original game, it's more of a brisk jog, or it's more of well, actually, yeah, it is more of a brisk walk, or a light jog. Oops.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What is this?
lost village.
Oh. Okay.
At this place. A long time ago, there was a village here that disappeared during a festival. And people who get lost in the woods are called to the village.
Yeah, this mechanic was not in the original game, the holding hands. Ooh, particles. I gotta say, the game looks really nice.
I wonder if anyone.
I'll keep talking about it here in a minute.
Dunno.
Let's go together.
Mia?
Coming.
They've dressed differently enough that you don't confuse them. Yeah, they also seem to have done some work because in the original they did Mayu and Miyu looked extremely similar. And I mean, I always call her fucking Miyu. I mean Mio. But they actually gave them like a slightly tuned differently hairstyle. Like they both obviously have short hair, but hers is like Mio's is parted to the side, whereas Mayu's, I don't know what it's called, but it's the bangs with it coming down to the sides.
Mayu.
Did I turn on subtitles? I don't think I did. Here we go. Oh, they are on. Okay. I guess I just wasn't paying attention to them. Let's make them something a little bit that stands out a little bit more. Like, yeah, let's do red. But yeah, anyway, I was saying, the game does look really nice. Like, obviously, they didn't go for like 100% photorealism, but I mean, there's not not every game needs to have that. I think that and you know, there's obviously like a decent amount of work done to the lighting and the shading and all that kind of stuff. It's the difference between like, and this is what I was talking about. I've talked about this a couple times about how ray tracing actually saves developers time. But this is a really good example of how like baked lighting can actually like really well done baked lighting can really have a heavy influence on the atmosphere. Like a single candle illuminating this area, or the way the moon is like shining through the trees right there, really good atmosphere, and something that I think really works for Fatal Frame as a whole. What was I gonna do in yeah, so they have a couple of different control. I wanted to check this out because the controls are obviously different. They have a couple different control schemes. It looks like where Y was the camera obscura, which is triangle for me, of course. But yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, Sorry, I want to check that out. Oh, I also need to... Okay, that's if you... I guess that's if me... Oh, mouse enabled, okay. Oh, that's interesting, okay. I guess to change the icons that you see and everything. Let me try out the mouse controls, see how they feel. Obviously, I never played the Fatal Frame. Like I said, they were on consoles originally. Hell, even the fourth one was like had to like get extensive work just so that it could run on something other than the fucking Wii. Leon bursts through the trees, tries to shoot Ghost. Pair clip newspaper article was printed about a year prior concerning search efforts to find Masumi Makimura, a missing geological surveyor. Geological surveyor goes missing. A 26-year-old surveyor by the name of Masumi Makimura has gone missing after being dispatched to conduct work at the construction site of the Minakami Dam. The dam, which has been in the works since last year, is set to submerge parts of the area underwater. Makimura was sent to investigate the impact construction may have on local historical sites and other areas of concern, but has yet to return after 5 days. Search for Mr. Mayor called off. Sorry, I read that weird. The search for the missing 26-year-old geological surveyor Masumi Makimura, which began on the 4th of this month, was officially called off yesterday after turning up no leads. Makimura, who had been missing for 10 days prior to the search's cancellation, was surveying the Minakami Dam construction site. Okay, that's... Okay, I'm gonna have to... If I do want to play with the mouse and keyboard, I am gonna have to change a couple of things. Really quick. Yes. I play wrong because I use crouch as C. Okay, I can do. There it is. I also, I didn't, like, it didn't register to me at first because, you know, I'd played the last 2 games prior, or most recently, but they added the dodge from them. You know, not to the same degree, I guess. I don't know, we haven't tried it yet, but yeah. Because that wasn't in the original Fatal Frame 2. That didn't debut until the 4th game.
I guess no one's here. Should we look around? Mayu? Mayu! What's wrong?
Lost village. Masumi, where are you? I don't want to kill anyone. Where are you? I don't want to kill anyone.
Oops. I was moving my mouse.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Sure, red text, make it even more slash. Listen. It fits with the game because of the Crimson Butterfly. Also, it's good for, stream. To have something that's like stark. I do want to do one more thing for it. No, it was under display. I'm gonna turn this down to like 30 because it was a little rough.
Will you?
Mia, don't go too far.
All right, there's the save lantern. We're very familiar with that. Hopefully the game's not too dark on stream. Oops. Also, I don't know how well it comes through because of, compression and all that crap. But they did keep the same
What if someone else is...
flashlight battery seems to still work. Someone must have dropped it. What was it? Oh, the film grain or the film grain effect that was in the original games.
so bright?
She actually racks it. Okay. Is there, but it's because we're at a higher resolution now. It's a lot finer film grain. We're not at 40p anymore. We're at 4K.
Mia.
Woman's notebook. Notebook appearing belonged to a woman who wandered into Minakami village. This desperate-looking entry was written rather hastily. If anyone is reading is the note, please come find me. I don't care who it is, just help me. I can't get out of this village. Save me.
Together. A bed.
Notebook appearing belonged to a woman. Entry discusses stories surrounding Minakami Village, which is said to vanish from maps. I remember hearing stories about a village that disappeared from maps. Supposedly, it was because on the day of Big Festival a long time ago, tons of people got massacred. But it still exists, and twin Jesus statues that can be found in the surrounding forest will lure lost people towards it. Once you pass through the gate at the entrance, there's no leaving it. From there, the night of the massacre continues. The sun never rises. In the midst of all that, I can hear the terrifying laugh of a woman echoing throughout the place. As stories go, the only survivor in the village that night was, you guessed it, a lone woman. Slow grab makes you think that they have the ghost grab mechanic. I hope the ghost hand isn't in this game. Admittedly, it wasn't as bad in Fatal Frame 5, but it was really bad in 4. It still wasn't like fun to have in 5, but you know, yeah, 4 it was pretty atrocious.
It won't open.
Mia.
Yeah.
Together.
Mayu.
I don't think we should go very far in.
We had to get the key though.
Yeah.
Together.
Wait, what was that? Oh, I actually forgot about this crawl space because you couldn't really go into it. I always forgot about it in the original game too. The entry talks about the haunting dream she's seen since entering the village. Think I'd be too tense to ever fall asleep in a place like this, but the moment I lose focus, I always seem to pass out. Maybe I'm just that exhausted. In my dreams, I see this darkness encroaching upon the village. I see the massacre. I see vast pools of blood and bodies stacked on top of them. I see a woman in a blood-soaked kimono laughing a deranged laugh. I see a pair of twins, young girls, begging for their lives to be spared. I can still hear that woman's laughter ringing inside my ears. I don't want to fall asleep again. I'm too scared.
Hey, cut it out.
Mayu.
Mia. Look.
Key engraved with the Mayuga motif found in the kimono room.
I wonder what this key is for.
I don't remember there being the key, like the key thing for that door. I could be misremembering though.
Watched by someone.
One thing they did bring back, it seems like, is like potentially. I mean, I can't tell yet because we haven't really found any items yet. We haven't gotten the camera obscura yet, so
It's a bit cold.
there's but possibly the like using your flashlight to find things. Memo found in the Osaka house's altar room outlining the functionality of the camera obscura. Camera obscura is a photographic device designed by Dr. Kunihiko Asao to capture spiritual beings that are typically imperceptible to the human eye. Specifically, it is capable of revealing the following: past events as contained in residual emotional energy, invisible apparitions, though I'm certain it can capture even more than that. Photographing these supernatural phenomena that defy conventional thought enables the wielder to achieve a effect akin to a traditional exorcism. However, this process also establishes a bond with the subject. As a result, judicious use of the camera obscura is required. Otherwise, these apparitions may take over the user. One can only imagine what this gadget can unearth if one were to photograph the hidden ceremony that takes place in the Minakami village, as well as the locations that are central to the residents' faith. Sorry. I believe I can speak for myself and the good doctor when I say that the possibilities intrigue me. Sejiro Makabe.
No, don't!
This is it. The device that can capture the impossible. The camera obscura. What was that? I can't believe it. So it's true then. This is an extremely dangerous device.
The camera obscura.
Mio. What is that?
Camera obscura. Camera is left behind and can photograph things that eyes cannot see. We're very familiar with the camera obscura here. Several printed photographs showing parts of the village. Were they taken with this camera? Type 07 film. Old film, plenty remaining. It's in bad shape, but still usable. The question is, okay, focus gradually as you keep the target. Our camera's focus will gradually adjust as you keep the target in view. Once you've taken a picture, you'll need to wait for the photo charge to complete before you can shoot another photograph. Controls can be found under options. Viewing photos. Pictures that you've taken can be viewed and managed from the menu screen.
I wonder if that camera still works.
Yeah, 07 film is still unlimited. That's interesting though. So they didn't keep the changes that were in the
Cut it out. Someone's there.
Fourth and fifth game, particularly the fifth game. I think the fifth game had like the biggest overhaul to how the camera obscura worked, because it was released on the Wii U, which had the gamepad thing, and I think that it had a gyro sensor, so you could like turn it and whatnot. But yeah, that was like the biggest change to the camera obscura, was that throughout the series. 4 had some changes to how it worked and everything, you know, but that was definitely the much bigger change, was like having to rotate it to hit like several points and all that kind of stuff. It seems like they kind of went back to a more simplistic method of oh, is this just Yeah, they went back to the more simplistic method of how things are done with the camera and everything. With the camera obscura raised, light on top of the camera obscura indicates the direction of spirits you can photograph. If the spirit is a wraith, the light will turn red. Okay, yeah, that's the look around. Okay, gotcha. But I have the mouse, so I'm gonna use the mouse. While exploring, while you do not have the camera obscura raised, there's an indicator displayed on the edge of the screen. Okay. Same thing as that bulb. However, this indicator is not displayed for wraiths you haven't discovered yet. Interesting. Okay. Fight back against wraiths by taking pictures of them with the camera obscura. You can repel a wraith by lowering its HP indicated at the top of the camera obscura display. Higher quality photograph is, the more damage it will deal. Keys to good photographs: correct focus, multiple key elements in the frame. Okay, so this is just explaining how it works. As you keep your target in frame, the camera obscura will gradually bring into focus. You can unlock the ability to adjust the camera obscura's focus manually through upgrades. Also lock onto the wraith automatically to keep it in frame. However, lock on is released when a wraith vanishes. Lock on is G. Okay. Yeah, lock on didn't exist in the original. That was also something that was introduced in the fourth game. Though there was like a soft lock on in the third game, but it really just spun you around to the correct position. But yeah, the fourth game had the hard lock on. Be downed if you are attacked by a wraith while you have no willpower. Willpower is depleted by the following actions: getting hit by attacks, touching wraiths, running during combat, evading. So it's both stamina and health. Gotcha. Willpower is sorted through the following actions: photographing wraiths, passing time, using lunar incense.
Are you okay? Let's just get out of here.
So are there no healing items now? Oh yeah, I also got charms because of pre-order and deluxe edition. Reduces willpower consumption when dodging, increases the amount of willpower recovered when, reduces the amount of willpower needed for special shots. So it looks like they no, it does seem like there is health, because there's the there's the green bar. No, it is replenish. Okay. So they combined, they kind of just added stamina. Holding Milo's hands recovers health. What game is that from? There's a game that does that, as well. Was it Ico? Maybe.
Open. Mio. Over there. Will you?
Oh, I have to look it. Okay. Notebook appearing to belong to a woman who wandered into the Minakami village. Century sees the author limiting her inability to leave the village. How long have I been in this village now? I have no idea. The sun never rises here. It's always night. I hate the dark now. I can feel it driving me insane. I want to leave. I want to see Masumi. Please. Please.
Whoa. Something's not good with this place.
There is medicine, though. Medicinal pills consumed to restore health. They kind of did, so they added the ability to heal, like, by holding, Mayu's hand. Stone mirror. I mean, pretty much it just kind of makes the game a little bit easier. Which, I mean, like I said, there's nothing wrong with an easy game. The original Fatal Frame 2 is also incredibly easy. You know, and it's still a great game. Notebook appearing to belong to a woman who wandered into Minakami Village. Text of this final entry is abruptly written in parts. Can't move anymore. I'll just stay here. I know Masumi will come back for me. He just needs to find a way out of the village first. Masumi comes back for me, I'm going. He came back.
So, she got lost in this place too. She came in here looking for her boyfriend. And then, where did she go?
This place must be...
My...
Why?
Failed to stagger a wraith with a fatal frame. It'll attack, grab a hold of you. You can evade in order to escape the wraith's attacks. Run with shift, of course. Fading running will consume willpower. There we go.
After everything I went through to find you.
Crimson butterfly.
Mayu?
Chapter 2, The Twin Maidens.
Mayu.
Yeah, honestly, like holding Mayu's hand to get health back probably won't be used much because they're separated for a good chunk of the story. Old radio for spirit stones. Sometimes you can hear a mysterious voice emanating from it. Memo outlining functionality of spirit stone radio. Oops. My charm. Equipping charms confirms blessings upon you. Charm bag will increase the number of charms you can equip. Okay. Health recovers faster while holding hands. Decrease health damage taken from wraiths. I think I'm gonna do spirit charm for now.
Sisters.
Yeah, Typo 7 film is just as weak as it always was.
Mayu!
I'm sorry. I have to go.
Oh, hello. Filter for viewing ordinary objects. Switch filter with space to camera. Obscure raised. Properties, range average, power average, charging average, willpower recovery high. Special ability restores a large amount of willpower when shooting photos. Suppressing special shots. Suppressing special shots push wraiths back. After being upgraded, they can stack arrays. Consumes 40% willpower, doesn't use film. There we go. Type 00 film. Film mark special symbol, extremely high exorcism power, but takes a while to reload. Yeah, they seem to be using the same mechanic of the 00 film as that's new. Was it 4 that first did it, or was it 5? It was one of them, where the 00 film actually has a drawback. It doesn't like fast load. Old film, low exorcism power, takes a while to reload. Woman's notebook. A notebook appearing to belong to a woman who wandered into Minakami Village. This entry talks about a mysterious figure walking past a window. Sometimes I sense a figure walking past the window outside. If someone's holding a torch, whispering about something as they walk along the road, it sounds to me like they're looking for somebody. I don't know who it is, but I know it's not. Oh, it's not Masumi. I can also hear music off in the distance, mournful sounding music. It's like some sort of festival. They say this village disappeared on the night of a festival, a night that repeats over and over and over again. I hear something making noises. I'm gonna make a save point. You can open an point exchange menu, accumulate photo points for different items. Gain photo points by taking pictures of race specters and more using the camera obscura. List items exchanged as you grow to progress through the game. Yeah, that's also different from the original, because you did it by going into the menu in the original. The first 3 games, I'm pretty sure. And I think this was an aspect from the 4th game as well. The 5th game did it outside of the gameplay itself, because it had levels. Points that you gain for taking pictures. Okay, yeah. Oh. Oh yeah, there's the original. Here's the remake one. They actually didn't change it that much. The skirt's a little bit different, I guess. And I want to say her shirt's a little different. Japanese Gothic. Oh god, the cat ears. Yeah, Mayu's outfit is much different though. Because this is Mayu's outfit in the original, and here it is in the remake. Like she's straight up wearing a dress in the original. In the remake, it seems like she's maybe also wearing a dress, but it seems to have like a thing over top of it. But anyway. Hi. Something on the ground. Paraceptual filter memo. Memo aligning functionality camera obscures paraceptual filter, a feature that was previously hidden. Camera obscura captures past events, including their residual emotional energy. While testing its powers, it's discovered an ingenious hidden feature. By switching to the paraceptual filter and photographing such residual energy, that resulting shadow recreates the past. Huh. Let's call these shadows vanishing traces, as in traces of memory. In all likelihood, following these vanishing traces should enable one to search for missing people. Why then would Dr. Asao conceal such tantalizing functionality? Could it be that it remains incomplete, or maybe he thought approaching the spiritual realm in such a manner was dangerous? Whatever the case may be, I intend to use every tool at my disposal to photograph things that aren't meant to be seen, even the things some might regard as taboo. What does that mean? A filter for viewing spirits. Finding special shots. Render rates unable to see for a period of time. Moved once, photographed again. Allows you to see vanishing traces, wherein you see traces of the past raising camera obscura. And so this is new. This wasn't in any of the games. Like this filter thing. I'm pretty sure that you just shot with the camera and it would either just play something out or, something like that. I can't 100% remember. My memory is dog shit.
With this, I can find my sister.
Yeah, pretty much it did this. Following vanishing traces, the paraceptual filter, chases vanishing traces. Which filter? I could be misremembering a lot of stuff, though. I mean, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. My memory is absolute dog shit, and it's been proven many times. Oh. Grab attacks. A Wraith may sometimes attempt to grab your hand when you reach out to pick up an item. You can avoid being grabbed by pulling your hand back out of reach. Should a Wraith grab hold of you, it will drain your willpower. Quickly shake it off and minimize damage taken. Okay, so there is the there is the ghost hand grab mechanic, like you said, Sai. It's a little different. It's not just the ghost hand anymore. It's actually a Wraith that you have to fight off afterwards. Not very nice. Oh, did the game just crash? Yeah, the game crashed. Okay. I don't know why. Lost sanity, game over. Okay, yeah, that's the more recent one. Oh, fuck. Also helps if I don't use like the worst film in the game. Do you like that it gives directionality in the camera? Oh, to where like the ghost is? Yeah, that is pretty nice. Because it does two things. They're allowed to now do the thing where like the ghost goes around you and everything without it getting frustrating. Which adds extra challenge. You know, it's kind of it gives a trade-off. You know, they're now allowed to go around you, because now you have the trade-off of knowing which way they went around you. Okay, I can't go into here yet. I don't remember this door. I can't go into there yet. I do remember that one. Yeah, I do remember that one. That's where the dude is. For some reason my chat just reloaded itself. That was weird. Oh, I'm full? 32, okay. Type 61 film, new film in good condition, has high exorcism power. I wonder if they're gonna have 90 film in this, or if they're gonna forego it, like some of the later games did. glowing purple crystal, and or that glows purple contains thoughts of the villager. Oh, I really do like that they have it to where it plays while you're actually able to like walk around and stuff. Very nice change, because you had to sit in the menu and listen to it in the original. Wasn't this lantern originally over there in the original game? I'm pretty sure, yeah. Can you calm your wood down, please? Okay, can only hold 8 of the Type 61. Wait, what's this area? The Kaido Temple.
It won't open.
Limiting how much it can hold. Yeah. I imagine I'm gonna say that there's a possibility that there's a that it's gonna be, you're gonna get unlocks that allow you, because it said something about like being able to equip multiple charms by getting a charm bag. So I imagine that's gonna be the same thing. Increases damage inflicted by stealth shots. Increase item visibility range. Camera focus the entire shot on the entire shot when you photograph scenery. Extends fatal time window. That actually would be really nice. Increases the chances encountering certain wraiths. It also is. I also didn't mention it, but it is nice that they have the herbal medicine on the hot bar, or like where you can easily heal yourself now instead of having to go through the menus. You can tell that that you know, Fatal Frame 2, the original, is a 2004 game. There's a lot of menuing involved with things. It's just a part of like. It's just something like that comes with the era that it released in. Huh, okay. I should probably like stop like going off the beaten path a little bit, but I'm so interested in like everything that's different here because yeah, I mean they did change out the layout of the village, which I find interesting. They really didn't have to do that. I mean, it's cool that they did. What? Also, it being all one map instead of loading screen at each door. Was there a loading screen? I don't remember. Was more regional, but you can see those windows now. Yeah, that's a big thing. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if there were loading screens again. 2004 is a very long time ago. It's been 22 years since then. So yeah, it wouldn't have surprised me if like I just didn't think just accepted the fact that there were loading screens, because I knew, inherently whenever you play a game that old, at any point, you know that you're going to run into stuff like just was a sign of the era that couldn't really be helped because technology or some other thing wasn't there yet. Like loading screens, the really big open places weren't really that common yet. GTA was really the only one kind of doing it. RE style transitions more like, yeah, which the RE style or the transitions were load screens in RE. Raymond Marks from Folklore Scholar, who came to study Mikami Village, talking about his research on Village's ubiquitous twin dolls. I've noticed while trekking through the Mikami Village that these curious white dolls can be found adorning various locations. The local residents refer to them quite simply as twin dolls, derived from the fact that they come in pairs bound together by a crimson thread. Practices of decorating spaces with dolls can be found all throughout Japan. Many of them are placed for purposes such as warding off misfortune to ensure that children grow up well. In the case of the Mikami Village, these twin dolls appear to function as guardian deities for the former use case, keeping calamities at bay. Although by design these dolls are supposed to come in pairs, I've seen some cases of them appearing alone. According to Ryozo, it's something of a mischievous pastime among the village children to snatch one of these twin dolls and hide it somewhere. He would know. When he tried to do the same thing during his previous visit, he got scolded. In fact, he admitted to with oh, I just read it wrong. A fact he admitted to with no small amount of sheepishness. Anyway, the twin dolls themselves are believed to hold the thoughts and feelings of sacrificial twin maidens. Separating them is believed to invite misfortune, yet children who, being who they are, fact that it's forbidden is likely precisely why they turned it into a game. I can't talk, apparently. Pairs of dolls known as twin dolls hidden throughout. Memorializing twin dolls. When you take a picture of the twin dolls together, you memorialize feelings embedded within them. Doing so will log items at the point of exchange. Nice. Finding missing dolls. If a doll is missing its twin, try searching for it by taking pictures with the perceptual filter. Okay. I believe the dolls were maybe they were they might have been in the original game. I don't remember. They definitely were in the 4th and 5th game, but they weren't super useful. They kind of like did very little. Okay, there is Type 90 film in the game. Marked with purifying symbol, has high exorcism power and short reload time. Saw one alone at crossface. Need to use the filter. Yeah, I'll probably do that whenever we go back through there. since I was actually just there early, it may not have even give me the aspect of like having like seen it, simply because of the fact that I hadn't picked up the first set. Sticker, Spirit Hand 4, stickers usable in photo mode. Oh, okay, that's cute. Perceptual Charm increases the damage dealt by the perceptual filter. Blinding Charm. This could actually be pretty useful if I'm like having to use the perceptual filter enough. Okay. Features twin motif ornament. Both have slots for inserting a wide flat key.
I have to follow my sister.
Sister.
Crimson butterfly.
Ah, fuck. I don't 100% know what I was how to get back up from that, because usually they climbed on top of me in the or the previous wraith climbed on top of me, so I have to figure that one out. Okay, hang on. Let me reload this because I'm one other thing that I'm definitely like doing is that I'm thinking I'm playing the original game and I keep not dodging as a result. I may also do this real quick. Where's my... Was it under? Oh yeah, it's right here. I'm just blind as a fucking bat, I guess. I'm gonna change this to space because I wasn't sure how the hand-holding mechanic was gonna work. So yeah, I think space as the dodge is gonna be a lot better for me. What was that? What was that about? Oh, okay. Made me select the positions. Okay.
Yai! What are you still doing here?
Who are you?
The ritual will begin soon, if they find you. Yai, follow the crimson butterflies. They will guide you.
Okay. That was Stone Mirror.
Yai, is that you?
Hello. This also was not here. Prayer beads. Joe infused someone's will and started the camera obscure to enhance performance. Camp Obscure and its villagers can be upgraded through the use of prayer beads. These upgrades can be formed by the Camp Obscure section in the menu screen. Version beads can use reset upgrades. Okay. You can obscure upgrades. Okay. Oops. Upgrade screen allows you to unlock and enhance the camera obscures various features. Upgrades require specific dedicated items in order which be performed. These are probably, I don't remember what they were called in the original, but you had to like place them in order to upgrade each thing. Special items also enable you to raise the upgrade limits, as well as reset upgrades if you so desire. Yeah, you had to place them in, and then you had to use like the EXP in order to unlock it as well. It was like a two-step system. But since they have the point exchange now, outside of like, you know, New Game Plus, because the point exchange did exist in New Game Plus in the original, but now it's like just, you know, a thing taken from the fourth game. Yeah. Okay, yeah, there is an upgrade for like giving the amount of film that can carry around. Because originally it was like 4 different things that, and one of them was not film capacity. And then you could upgrade your special shots and whatnot. But now there's and you could upgrade each filter as well. The filters were they weren't called, I don't remember what they were called exactly. They weren't called filters though. They're called something else. But anyway. Also, not my dumbass originally calling yay yay for like a good, I would say, 5th of the game. I called her yay. This will, okay, it's another herbal medicine. So one of the things that I am noticing in regards to like that ghost grabbing mechanic is that it's not every single item, first of all, and it's not even every single like herbal medicine. It's very specific ones that are like in more hard to reach areas. Lunar incense made from moonflower. Use it temporarily increase regeneration power or speed of willpower. Okay. Type 90 film marked with purifying symbol. Okay, how much 90? Okay, I can carry 32 90 film. Why could I only carry 60 or 8 of the 61? That's weird. Double O film. Oops. There's blood. I hope this is not my use blood. Wait, why does that have damage filter on it? More prayer beads. Oh yeah, this happened in the house. They shifted this part to just a different area. Oh, fuck. Ugh. Yeah. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that. Fuck. Yeah, she was kind of a pain in the ass in the original, too. How did that miss? What? Excuse me. Okay, hang on. There we go. Twin Jizo key left. Key found in the Minakami settlement. Looks like the left half of a Jesus statue. When twin pieces are brought together, any gate could be opened. Yeah, they definitely made the game harder than it was originally. Because I mean, the original game is really easy. Contains thoughts of a woman who's hiding in the box. Flashlights attract more attention from wraiths. Okay. Oh, I even see it up there. Oops. No, don't do that. There it is. Increases damage inflicted by stealth shots. Well, a little bit of stutter there. Oh, fuck. That one's on me. Ow. All right. Let's see. Give me a lot of film. Like, it's not being stingy with the film. I think there was items out here, maybe. Maybe not. I think there's also more spirits in the game, just in general. Like, I think we've already fought more spirits than, like, half the game has, because it really kind of backloads its spirits. Some Type 14 film over there. I could actually use that. Wait. What's that? Oh, is that Type 14 film? Yeah, it is. Can I open this now? No. Woman's Notebook 6. Notebook appearing to belong to a woman who wandered into the mechanic village. Entry explains that she can be found at the plateau overlooking Minakami Shrine. Or village, sorry. Dear Masumi, read your note, the one about you going off to find a way out of the village. So I did see you before. It wasn't some dream that I had. Please, don't leave me alone here. Stay with me. If you don't find me in this house, I'm on the plateau overlooking the village. I'm looking for you, Masumi. Come get me. I'm waiting for you, Miyako. Broken, Zoisid? I think is how you say it. Obtain the other half to form a whole spirit stone. Side stories have been updated. Go to the Mizuno Hill. Oh, there's side quests now. All right. I may also put myself at the top right or top left. Give me 2 seconds while I adjust. Because there are UI elements in the bottom left. Okay. There we go. Sacred water. Oh, nice. Woman's Notebook 7. Century talks about her decision to revisit a house that can be seen from the village plateau. While walking through the forest searching for Masumi, I somehow found myself inside this village. When I looked down from this from this overlook, it really hits home that something is wrong with this place. Deeply, deeply wrong. What could have happened here? Why is it always night? Why doesn't the sun ever come up? I can hear so many voices crying out from underneath those big rocks. They sound so sad. Sad in their agony. I also saw a figure in the window of the thatched roof house I can see from here. Maybe that means Masumi has come back. I won't know for sure until I try visiting that place again. I could be overthinking it, but that shadow kind of looked like me. You obtain Black Mirror translation. You'll die in your next encounter at least once. Oh no. Loving couple. A photograph of loving couple found wedged between the pages of notebook picked up in the village. Yeah, no, one of the biggest things is that, of course, now they have, like, the benefit of, like, having the story of Fatal Frame, 3 to 5. Though 3 was pretty much mostly a continuation of, it was a true sequel, basically. So it was continuing a lot of stories within it. But 4 and 5 like kind of expanded a lot of the lore and everything. So they have this game now has the benefit of like they've written that lore and can now like back trace it for this game. Oops. Ow. Oh, fuck. There we go. Okay, the Osaka house is this one. So can't go back there. Hang on, let me look at my Spirit Tones record the priest owner's past, taking broken Spirit Stones will unlock side quest. I like defaulted just calling it side quest, side stories, allowing you to explore that history. You can view your current progress and next objective for each side story and side story screen. Some side stories require the main story. Other side stories be advanced before they can be completed. Documents related to side stories can be found in the materials section, while the specters you found are tracked within the spirit list. Okay. Investigate the... Yeah, it just says investigate the Osaka house. Wait, there's another... What? Oh, there's a doll up there. Oh, you know what? I'm wondering if that well, no, I don't see any other way to get up. I don't see a way to get up there, actually. Looking at it closely. Maybe there might be something over there. It's hard to tell. But there could be like a trap door or like little half door over there. Potentially. Oh. Keeping your flashlight on or making noise while moving will make it easier for at least to notice you. You can crouch while moving to hide yourself, make less noise. Okay. I may have turned the resolution stuff down. It'd probably be easily fixed with the patch, but it is stuttering. Oh, I can't right now. Okay. Okay. Come on. All right, we're good. Cutscene camera. Oh, okay. I'm looking for. Here we go. That's what I wanted. Show all. Yeah, like the I wanted to like it the original games. No, I think I prefer like toggle lock on, honestly, because then I won't like lock on to the wrong spirit. That was a big problem with the fourth game, is that it kept locking on to the wrong spirits. I think it was like half the challenge that I was dealing with inside of that damn game. Hmm. Okay, so there has to be something that I'm missing inside of the Osaka house, because yeah, there's oh wait, what's this? Well, that's incense. I do see a set of I think, yeah, there's stairs. But those may be the same stairs that I already know of, honestly. Yeah, those are the same stairs that I already know of. Okay. There's got to be something I like missed or just went by. Unless it really is like I have to wait until the game, until like the main quest is gets me to the point where I'm able to do or open up the back. Because I mean that is also a possibility. Longing couple. Oh wait. Here we go. Woman's Notebook 8. Notebook appearing to belong to a woman who wandered into Minakami Village. Entry details the song the writer keeps hearing from a family altar. Fell asleep again. It was like my mind was being pulled, dragged, and slumbering. Saw another dream. This time I was being strangled. And as I was being strangled, I was plummeting quickly. Down, down, down. I'm sure it's because the floor here feels so cold. The chill must have seeped into my mind while I was sleeping. Sometimes I hear a creepy song coming from the family altar here. Sounds as if something's coming from the depths of the earth. Maybe it's just a draft sneaking in through the cracks of the building, or maybe there's something happening on the other side of this wall. All I know is, I can't bear to stay here any longer. I'm walking into depths. Yeah, that was a pretty shitty image, honestly. That score is fair. Woman's Notebook number 10. Entry is dedicated to Masumi after he ventured into the house. Sumi, it's me, Miyako. Why'd you go inside that house? Don't you want to be with me anymore? Please, let's go home together. If we leave together, we might make it out. See this note. Call out for me. I'm nearby. Hang in there, Masumi. Bitch. broken Zozite. Fragment, faintly glowing Zozite. Tame the other half. We have that. Yep. That. Do I have to like back off and take them? Yeah. Ah, another prayer bead. Nice. I should be able to upgrade my film capacity now. Oh, nice. Another prayer bead. Okay. Man's note. Note left behind by a missing geological surveyor writing about his search for a way out of the village. How many days has it been since I first entered this village? Has it only been a couple days? 2? 3? Or has it been years? Sometimes it feels like the former. Other times, it feels like the latter. When you're in a village where the night never ends, your sense of time starts to become fuzzy after a while. Miyako is completely exhausted by this point, merely limping along. On rare occasions, she attempts to flash me a weak smile. Pains me to see. Thinks she's nearing her breaking point, both physically and mentally. Decided to leave Miyako here and investigate the village alone. I'm sure I'll find a way out of here. And when I do, come back for her. Blood-colored sard. Tame the other half too. Okay. Find additional reports. Yeah, I like that they actually turned these into like side quests in that aspect, because in the original game this was all just text that like you could find, and that was pretty much it. Like there wasn't like any kind of like reward for it, other than, you know, it helped build out the story behind, you know, the village and whatnot. You know, the lore of the first 3 games was it wasn't like skint or anything, but the 4th and 5th game did a lot of the heavy lifting when it came to like the lore. You know, they really built out who Asao was and all that kind of stuff. Village Report 1. Note left behind by recording discoveries about twin Jesus statues. Okay. Bounce line of Jesus statues. Those guardian statues often seen along roads, standing adjacent to one another. One of them struck me as a little odd. A Jizo comprised of a pair of twins. Luckily, while scouring through what literature still survives on this estate, I found some documentation on this Jesus statue, or should I say, statues. This region of Japan has a unique culture that specifically venerates twins, including a ritual that they carry out themselves. Once this ritual is complete, the new twin Jesus statue is carved out somewhere in the village. The ritual in question used to take place on a cyclical basis once every few decades, and the sheer number of twin statues indicates this practice has gone on for quite a long time. Strangely, all the twin Jesus statues that I've managed to find in the village are damaged, with one of the individuals in each statue being completely headless. In some cases, it looks like only one of those heads was ever carved in the first place. Maybe there's no particular significance to what I'm seeing, but it sure is eerie to look at regardless. I'm getting the feeling that maybe it wasn't a good idea for me to leave Miyako behind. As for the specifics of what went on with the twin-based rituals, unfortunately I haven't been able to uncover any detailed explanations. Regardless, I need to find a way for us to get out of this village ASAP. Oh, that's the tree. Yeah, that's the tree that you go in towards the end of the game, which means that this is probably the shrine that you go into at the end of the game. The one where you can just say fuck it and like abandon Mayu. Village Report 3. Okay. No left behind. Exploring significance of butterflies in the village and its customs. After climbing a long set of stairs, I stumbled across a small Shinto statue shrine shrouded in mist. It's an old but well-constructed shrine without any obvious signs of damage. Large butterfly motifs can be found at the entrance, the design of which is identical to what I saw at the building across that large bridge. Butterflies in this village seem to hold an equally important significance in its culture as that of twins. References to them can be found all over in records surrounding the special rituals conducted here. In fact, the word butterfly itself looks to me like some kind of code word, although I have no real idea what it could actually mean. Based on the surrounding context, when I used it, or I see it used. However, I can tell it at least has something to do with one type of ceremony in particular. That much I was able to determine. Whatever the actual meaning might be, it's clearly something important for butterflies to be featured so prominently at this shrine. Suffice it to say, I've got some more research to do. Okay, there's some up there. Oh, we got a another doll. Oh, yeah. Both of them are just there. Okay. Make sure there's nothing else up here. Going to Bristol, yeah. He found it the Kira shrine. Looks like the right half of Jesus statue. When twins are brought together, any gate can be opened.
This should open the gate.
It should indeed. More stickers. Also, yes, we will use one of the outfits for New Game Plus. Excuse you. Awfully rude. Where's that other one? Yeah, that one. No, you don't. Naughty, naughty. Take a seat. All right. Now, if no ghosts can, you know, clear attacks, sometimes during battle, when opening doors, race with Lear at you. Your eyes meet, your willpower will drain considerably. Okay, that's what that thing's been doing. Avoid this by breaking line of sight. Oh, okay, so that's how, because that's been happening, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on with that? I figured it was just something that like you had to deal with, but you just break the line. Okay, gotcha. Come on. Get tracked, son. All right. That is definitely an enemy. Yeah, that's not Casper the Friendly Ghost. Okay, let's see. What do I need for? I need 2 more reports. We just came from that way, so let's go this way, see if there's anything else. Ah, see? Village Report 2. No Left Behind by Missing Geological Surveyor, summarizing their findings about the enigmatic Kurosawa family. Tried peering into the old decayed well, but I couldn't see a thing through the inky blackness. When I listen closely, I can only hear the wind, nothing else. I can tell that the water in this well is all but dried up. Whether the manner of or the well was abandoned first, I don't know. But I can tell neither has been in use for some time now. According to the records I've dug up, this compound is used to belong to a clan known as the Tsuchiharas, who were an influential family in these parts. 3 other powerful lineages also existed in this village: the Kiryu, Tachibana, and Osaka clans, all of which were permitted to possess their own unique crests. Writings I managed to see indicate that they all operated as a group, managing both the village and its unique rituals, among other things. All these individual clans are branch families that ultimately fall under the umbrella of the Kurosawa family, which leads the village festivals and during rituals seems to serve the role of a Shinto priest. Name Kurosawa itself is a routine fixture that many of the documents I've come across. Although concrete details about their overall background and identity are largely elusive, what I can say, though, is the Kurosawa family probably exercised absolute power over the village. Just what happened to the people of this village, though? Where did they all disappear to? How the hell do we get out of this place? All of the answers are somewhere within the Kurosawa house. I can't say why I think it is. I just know it to be true. Okay, so I don't remember which one's the Kurosawa house. But it's either this one or it's this one, if I'm not mistaken. That's the Kiryus. It's the Kiryu house. Okay. Maybe. Hmm. Oh yeah, there's also a house over here. This may actually be the Kurosawa house. Yeah, that one actually might be it. Well, no, that's probably the Tachi. If it's connected, I don't remember if it is. Okay. Because he definitely went into the Kurosawa house. Like, that note was super clear on that. We'll have to come back to this because some of the side stories, you know, like I said, you do have to keep going. And actually, I'm pretty sure all three houses actually open up throughout the course of the story. Two of them are connected though, and that's how you get into. I want to say that's how you get into the Tachibana house. Again, memory is shit, so I could be misremembering that, but I want to say that that's correct. The other one, I don't remember when it unlocks. Green crystal, it gives us strange light, contains the thoughts of the sunken woman. Oh yeah, we have the sunken woman. There she is. Is she just, is she gonna become Grand Mistress of the Tit? Or is she gonna become a titty maiden? Fuck, I didn't get it in time. Come on, dude. Fucking hell, I can barely see her. Fuck. Dodged too early there. There we go. Like I was like, remember that drowned woman from the other game? Imagine that that fight but 30 minutes long. That fight was incredibly was kind of crazy. I don't know why they decided to make that fight so fucking long and why she was so tanky. But that was pretty ridiculous.
It won't open.
Cause I mean, I was pulling out like the 90 film, the 00, all that kind of stuff, and she was just taking it like it was nothing. Sorry, my ears are very sweaty at the moment. I don't know why. It's not hot in here. Version bead. Okay, I'm actually going to make a save there. No. I think I'll save Lantern brings out. Yeah, I think it's because I had to go pick up the bead. Because the minute I picked up that bead, the lantern came back on. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make a save there, and I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the night. We'll be continuing this more tomorrow. And yeah. Sorry. Had to crack my back a little bit. This so of course I'm actually going through it slower than I anticipated. They made it a little bit more difficult. With a little bit more, a decent amount more difficult. Like the original, like I said, the original game is very easy. I don't know where this would sit in terms of like the difficulty scale in the series. Probably somewhere around like 3 or 4. Like 5, I mentioned that 5's difficulty was the biggest thing with 5's difficulty was that it was constantly going up and down. But like if you had to round it out, that it was a little bit easier than 3 overall. I'm sorry, it was a little bit easier than 4 overall, rather. But yeah, this one I think it's kind of between like 3 and 4. Like 3 and 4 were like what I considered to be the closest to quote unquote perfect difficulty. Or I should say perfect difficulty. I can't remember the word for it, but like scaling. One they made too hard of compensated, made too easy. Yeah. Which was fine, you know. 2 is a very story centric and very Silent Hill 2. Very centered around its story, its characters, the two girls, all that kind of stuff. It wasn't it didn't I mean, I think that extends to most of the Fatal Frame games. Because I would say that the entire series as a whole leans into the easier side of things, especially for a horror game. Out of the big 3, of course, I would say Silent Hill probably is the easiest overall because most Silent Hill games are incredibly easy. But that's the big 3. Where if we like expand the scope beyond the big 3, I would say that, if the needle's here, Fatal Frames like as a series is here. But yeah, um, and honestly, if it wasn't for the first game, it'd probably be a little bit further. But the first game is unimaginably difficult. There's actually times that I'm still surprised that I've not beat that game just once, but twice. And forgot that I beat it the first time. Honestly, I've kind of forgotten how I've already kind of forgotten how I've beaten it during the streams. Like, I don't remember. I just remember lots of pain. But yeah, I mean, so far, of course, initial thoughts, everything like that. I would say that, you know, I would say that's a pretty decent. It's pretty good. Um, Even Silent Hill Origins isn't really an origin story. Should be Before the Fire, the cause, the aftermath, cult rising. There's a lot to talk about. We'll get there. We'll get there. We're what day is it today? The 11th. We are about 19 days. We're about 19 days from starting Silent Hill. We'll get there. I'll talk about like Silent Hill then, in terms of like, the story and everything. And like what went down after Team Silent disbanded and everything like that. I'll talk very heavily about that. Because I do have feelings. I do have feelings that I haven't ever really shared about it. So yeah. On the technical side of things, I do think that they need to release some sort of patch because, like I said, there was I had some stuttering going on. Not a huge fan of the 60 FPS cap, obviously. But there's going to be something on the Nexus, like in T-minus 0 seconds. That's going to just fucking remove that. Let's be real. That's how it happens. But yeah, I would say that honestly, outside of like the technical issues and everything, yeah, that one weird crash that happened, I unlike a lot of people where I would say that a lot of people have this issue delineating the game versus a release. You can criticize the shit out of a release. Like Jedi Survivor, it's still not in a great state, honestly. But its release was horrendous. But the game itself is an amazing game. I wouldn't say that, now this isn't quite the dumpster fire that that Survivor's release was, because Survivor was rough at release. Like, it was lagging on the consoles. It was like going into the mid tens on the consoles. That's a rough release. But yeah, other than, just some technical issues, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so far I'm saying that it's a pretty good remake. Other than that, I mean, and to be fair, I don't think there's a whole lot I can really talk about in that regard, other than it's a pretty good remake. I like that they didn't really overdo it with the art style. It is slightly different than the original art style by like 10%, I would say. The original art style kind of tried to go for this slightly it was this the best way I could ever describe it is this mildly anime but mostly realistic art style. Like there's obviously some aspects of anime in there, with the eyes and all that kind of stuff. But it also held true to like realism and all that kind of stuff with its art styles of past. It also looks really good, by the way. Outside of that. But yeah. Reshade was the first thing. Like I said, it's the four horsemen of the apocalypse. It's either a reshade, it's a performance fix, frame rate uncapper, or big booba. Slash big booba slash nude mod. They're basically the same category in that regard. No HUD was first 6 days ago. That was probably for the demo. Which that doesn't count. Yeah, the demo came out, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago or something. Maybe a week ago. I don't remember. I didn't feel the need to play it because, I playing a demo for a game that I've already played the original of felt kind of redundant. Since, I'd be playing at that point, it'd be like I'd played the original on stream. I would have played the demo on stream. I would have then turned around and played the remake on stream for no other reason than just to fill content. I played the demo. It was the original game. Oh no, there was a the reshade is also for the demo. Because it was actually uploaded before it released. 4 hour, yeah. Oh, you said 4 hours before. I misread that at first. I thought you said after. Yeah, we'll have to see what the first actual, now that the full game is out, the first actual mod for the game is going to be. But I am hoping that don't crash on jump scare drains. Yeah. I'm hoping that one of the things that did cross my mind as I was playing it, and one of the things that is Resident Evil Requiem just came out, and it's the biggest game ever made right now, basically. It's fucking Requiem is fucking everywhere at the moment. Um, I'm really hoping that history does not repeat itself, and that we're looking at you know, a Silent Hill 2 and Resident Evil 4 and all that kind of stuff, because we also have Townfall coming later the year. So Silent Hill isn't quite what it used. Let's just be honest. Silent Hill isn't what it used to be. Hasn't been for like when did Silent Hill 4 come out? Silent Hill has not been the same in 22 years. Capcom this quality, yeah. Yeah, Requiem is well, here's the thing. Like when I say history repeats itself, like Resident Evil 4 came out like what was it, a few months after? January 2005, and I believe that Beta Frame 2 came out in like October, November of 2004. Japan in November 2003, I'm sorry. December of No, I'm sorry. I don't think it was Resident Evil 4. I think it was maybe Silent Hill 3 actually. Yeah, it was Silent Hill 3. Had just come out right before Crimson Butterfly. So expecting last good game for 20 years. Well, Silent Hill 2 remake is, is a good game as well. But here's the thing. That doesn't count because it's a remake of an already amazing game. Because you can't go, oh yeah, Silent Hill 2 remake was like the latest good Silent Hill game. It's like, sure, and the sky is blue. It's like, yeah, it's Silent Hill 2. Of course it's going to be good, even if they honestly, even if they did bad with the remake, it would still be better than most of the series. Because it's still just fucking Silent Hill 2. Oh, excuse me. They can make it a 2D platformer still be better. But yeah, so yeah, I don't I Silent Hill 2 remake, I commend Bloober Team for that. Absolutely. Like I'm not going to downplay Bloober Team making that. I'm not going to give Konami any credit for it. That's for fucking sure. But yeah, it's like it's one of those things that's like, okay, yeah, Silent Hill 2 remake is technically the last, the most recent good game to release out of Silent Hill, but it's like it doesn't count because it's just Silent Hill 2. The first original game that they've had since I think Downpour came out in 2012. So 13 years at its release. Was Silent Hill F, and that was horrible. There's the short message, which I never played, and I don't intend to, which apparently also isn't very good. And then there was Ascension, which was like this weird, like, what's ARG thing, which was also apparently pretty bad. And there was Return to Silent Hill sucked. Probably one of the worst video game movies ever made, honestly. And then what was that other Silent Hill movie? It's Revelation. Silent Hill Revelation released close to the time that Downpour did. Also sucked. So Silent Hill fans, you know, being a Silent Hill fan myself, we've had a bad time. Talk about bad games like Silent Hill F. Like, there's still feels better. No, I'm not gonna even lie to you. I think I would prefer to play the third birthday. I really do. I think I would actually prefer to play the third birthday. Now, do I want to play either of them? No, fuck no, I do not. But honestly, I think I would prefer to play the third birthday than to play Silent Hill F again. I hate Silent Hill F. There is this I can't even describe it. There is this indescribable anger that I feel just thinking about ever having to play that game again. If I had to play the third birthday again, I think I would just be like, oh fuck. I'd be CJ. Ah, shit. Here we go again. But there is this indescribable anger that I feel at the thought of like ever playing Silent Hill F again. There's a reason why I said I will never reinstall the game. Honestly, whenever I do the tier ranking list, I'm honestly considering just making a tier that's like below F tier called F. Or I'm sorry, it's called SHF. Really pointing at the death of a franchise if Townfall doesn't revive. Here's the thing. It was already dead. Like I said, Downpour came out in 2012. Like, to give perspective, I was still in high school when Downpour came out. After that, the next one was, I believe, the short message. Let's see. When did Silent Hill 2 Remake come out? And we're not going to count PT. PT was a demo. You know, I've said it before. I love PT, but, you know, you can't count PT in a lot of stuff. Like, the same reason I'm not playing it during the playthrough. I've played PT quite a few times and I love it. Yeah, the short message, and if you don't really want to count the short message, because it is a game, and apparently it does have a story or something. But it's apparently like a short game, so whether or not you count it, either way, you know, Downpour was released in 2012. And then the next Silent Hill game after that was released in 2024. Both 2 Remake and the short message were released in 2024. So either way you look at it, the next game was released in 2024. the last piece of Silent Hill content we got was PT, and that was in 2014. So even like taking that into account, relied on Kojima. He bailed before. Well, no, he didn't bail. Konami fucked him. Like let's like get the truth into this. Kojima did not bail on anything. Konami fucked him because they fumble everything. But yeah, so even taking to like PT into account, not as necessarily a game, but the last piece of like actual content that came from Silent Hill, that was 2014, and it was 10 years before we got the next one. If you want to talk about actual games, that's 12 more years. Or I'm sorry, that's 2 extra years, so 12 years. Like the series was fucking dead. So basically, Konami dug it up and started beating it with the stick. Kojima's like, Death Stranding makes Konami look even worse. Yeah. Yeah, no, Death Stranding like got critical acclaim. Everybody loved it. It sold like a bajillion copies. I don't remember how much it sold, but it sold a lot. It made a lot of money. Kojima was like, fuck you, I'll do it myself. And he did. But yeah. Like I said, I will get all the way into it whenever we start playing. Kojima's like that. This is what happens when corporate assets aren't in the way. Yeah. Kojima gets to go full Kojima. But like I said, I'll get fully into Silent Hill. I'll talk about its history. As we play each game, I'll also talk about those games and what what caused them to happen. Because let me bring this up as well. There's not a lot of like interesting stuff about, behind the scenes about like Resident Evil or Fatal Frame, apart from like the most well-known things, like for instance that Resident Evil 4 eventually a version of Resident Evil 4 became Devil May Cry, or that they were like one foot in the grave whenever they went to make Resident Evil 1. But there is a lot of interesting stuff behind the scenes of the Silent Hill franchise. That's why I said I'll talk about that as well, because there is a lot of stuff that just happened. So whenever I play back through it, I did post in Discord the way we're going to be playing it. We're going to be starting off with Shattered Memories, because Shattered Memories actually takes place in an altered reality. So yeah. Anyway, guys, Not part of Discord, streaming show or Discord. Can see when I go live, see my stream schedule. I also post various updates in regards to the stream inside of there. Yeah, like I said, we'll keep playing some more Fatal Frame 2 Remake tomorrow. Also, Friday's game night has officially been moved, so we'll also be playing Fatal Frame 2 Remake Friday night and Saturday during the day. I'm hoping that by then I'll like I said, that I still feel like 3 streams probably is gonna do the trick for getting the first playthrough down. I'm hoping that Saturday stream brings me through the second playthrough, but we'll see how things play out. Was a oh yeah. And also, like I said, we're 19 days away from starting the Silent Hill playthrough. Technically, I technically called it the Q2 or what's going to kick off Q2, but it is starting at the end of Q1, just because of how weeks, the weeks work and whatnot. The 30th is Monday. So yeah, that's that. Just nah. Persona 1, I kind of got stalled on being able to grind a little bit. So I'm in low level 80s right now. For most of the characters except for Mark. I'm gonna keep grinding. I'll probably end up continuing grinding through the game. Probably Friday after stream, honestly. That's probably the next time that I'll have enough free time to really work on it. Yeah, probably then. But once I do, like I said, I'll bring back Persona 1. We'll finish it off. Do the Snow Queen quest. Move on to Persona 2. Like I said in Discord, I expect to finish Persona 1 sometime during the Silent Hill, whenever Silent Hill playthrough is going on. Speaking of which, the Silent Hill playthrough is going to be the primary focus of whenever it starts. So anything I happen to be doing also at the time is going to be put as a side note or on the back burner. I'm hoping to finish the Requiem Insanity playthrough. We probably will, to be perfectly honest. I'm not that far away from it being done. And then last thing of note, next week is going to be the March Marathon. I will probably, or not probably, that way I can, give a small break if I still need to do more streams of Beta Frame 2 Remake to get all the endings and whatnot. Then I can have a small break of streams so that it's not just constantly Beta Frame 2 Remake being put into the stream queue. Yeah, we can have a small break. Also, because I'm not going to the chiropractor next week, it just works best to do it then rather than the week after. And then the week after, if I need to, I'm gonna probably refer to it as cleanup week. And pretty much what it's going to be is going to be finishing up Fatal Frame 2 remakes endings if I need some extra playthroughs and streams and all that kind of stuff. I probably will, because there are at least 3 playthroughs that I'll need to do for Fatal Frame 2 remake, as well as finishing up the Requiem playthrough. The Requiem playthrough probably is going to take bigger priority, because I'm fine with putting Fatal Frame 2 remake as a side note alongside like the Persona 1 thing. Requiem, at this point, I need to move away from the playthrough aspect of it and start lining up, or start being able to do streams of its speed run. So I really need to get that shit done at this point. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. I know a lot of info dump. I'll probably end up posting it in Discord at some point as well. But anyway, guys, have a good rest of your night. I will see you all tomorrow for some more Fatal Frame 2 remake.